Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're visiting one of the most famous chocolate experiences in the world, just outside Zurich. There's a giant chocolate fountain, unlimited tasting and a full interactive museum. But is it actually worth visiting, especially with kids? We're at Lindt Home of Chocolate, created by Lindt and Sprungli. It's meant to be one of the best chocolate experiences in Switzerland, and today we're going to show you exactly what it's like, what it costs and whether it's worth adding to your trip. Getting there is actually really easy. It's about 15 minutes from central Zurich, followed by a short walk to the museum. So we hopped on the first flight of the day out of Gatwick. And straight away you can tell this isn't just a typical museum. The building feels very modern, sleek and very Swiss. I recommend pre-purchasing your tickets because they sell out quickly, especially at weekends and school holidays. Just a quick heads up before you go in, bags larger than an A4 size piece of paper aren't allowed inside. We ended up bringing a small crossbody bags and leaving our bigger bags and coats in the locker, which are actually free and really easy to use. So it's worth packing light, it just makes everything a bit smoother once you're inside. Inside, the experience is completely self-guided and you're given an audio guide that walks you through the story of chocolate, from cocoa beans all the way to the chocolate that we know today. It's interactive, really well designed and surprisingly engaging for both adults and children. Take a handset and hold the handset in front of the flag of the language of your choice. As soon as you walk in, the smell hits you, and honestly I wish there was smell-o-vision for this. It's this warm, sweet, chocolatey smell, almost like fresh cookies baking, and it instantly makes me want to explore. And at this point I'm just thinking about one thing, finding the tasting stations. Yeah. There's a lot of history and information here, so rather than show you everything, I think I'll do a quick montage with some of the highlights, just enough to give you a feel for it, but without spoiling the experience. This is the part everybody comes for, the chocolate tasting. There are multiple stations throughout, including liquid chocolate that you can actually serve yourself, and you can try as much as you like. Pull it. Pull it. Pull it.
Cool.
Keep pulling back on the spoon.
Nice. Scan your ticket. One of the chocolate stations was actually really hard to time properly, and if you didn't get it right, the chocolate would just drop straight down into this little hole below.
Hand in straight toe. Hand in straight.
After we left, someone told us they just reached into the hole and helped themselves anyway. Now I can't decide if that's genius or slightly unhygienic. I'll let you decide. At the end, you'll walk through the Lindt shop, and it's huge. There are exclusive flavours, gift box, and pretty much every type of chocolate you can imagine. So it's very easy to leave with more than you planned, which is kind of why we didn't visit and why I don't have any photos of it. Sorry. Okay, so let's have a look at what you got. Wow. That's a good haul. And here's my little stash. So I think we can get those in the UK. Oh, I think it's just these ones, the lemon cheesecake, that you can't get in the UK. These were from the machine. We've got milk chocolate squares. That one's dark salted sea salt square and dark orange square. So they look like samples of the bigger bars. And this was Alan's haul. We've done a quick count. I got 14 balls, Alan got 20, but the winner is Jess. She got 24 balls. So we didn't go too crazy, but we definitely took more than just the one per person. If you've got a bit of extra time, it's worth taking a short detour and walking along Lake Zurich. It's a really beautiful spot and the views are stunning. So in terms of cost, tickets are around the mid-range price for Switzerland, but considering the unlimited tasting, the interactive experience and how easy it was to get here, it actually offers pretty solid value, especially for families. So here's the honest breakdown. There's a lot to love, especially the tasting and how family friendly it is. But it's worth knowing this isn't a full factory tour and it can get very busy. So it really depends on what kind of experience you're looking for. This is a great fit for families, chocolate lovers and anyone looking for an easy half day in Zurich. But if you're expecting a behind the scenes factory tour, this might not be quite what you're after. So overall, if you're in Zurich and want something fun, easy and a bit different, this might just be the sweetest stop in Switzerland. And honestly, we'd come back just for the chocolate. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it useful. If you did, then please give it a like. If you want to see more from me in the future, then click the subscribe button right here. And if you want to see more from me right now, why not watch one of these other videos? And don't forget, if you carry on watching, I'll carry on travelling. Bye.